Hello there, fellow cruisers. Welcome back to the Boat Breaker channel where we discuss the highs and the lows of cruising. As you saw in the title, we're going to be discussing some of the things that really irk me about cruising with Royal Caribbean. Now, before we jump in, I just want to make one thing clear. I love cruising. I love cruising in general. I love cruising with Royal, but it's important to see both sides, the good and the bad. So this video, I'm going to go over a couple things that, they just didn't gel with me. So let's get into it. So here's the deal. I'm going to make this as concise as I possibly can, straight into the point. I'm going to go over the 5 things I don't like about cruising with Royal, or dislike. And I want to just preface this by saying I did about 10 cruises with the Boat Breaker channel here this year, and 2 of them were Royal. So here we are making a video about what I dislike about cruising with Royal Caribbean. Let's go. Okay, first off, we got to address the elephant in the room. The cost. Everybody knows Royal Caribbean cruises come with a price tag. Now, I know what you're thinking. If you can't afford it, don't cruise with them. As simple as that, right? I get it. Royal's a premium cruise line, but even then, the price feels a bit steep in comparison to like other cruise lines that do the same thing or even better. It's not even really the initial cost that's really the shock. It's still a little bit higher than other cruise lines, but after you get past that fact, it's still all the additional costs for like activities, specialty restaurants, excursions, your drink package just gets way up there. So is it like just me, or does it feel like they're trying to get like every penny out of you on that cruise? So yeah, again, I don't want to harp on the cost of the cruise because, again, it's kind of specific to me, a broke content creator on YouTube for cruising, boat breakers. I don't want to harp on the price too much because it is what it is. It's more expensive. I don't have it, so, I like to complain about it. But have you seen the Icon of the Seas or the Utopia of the Seas prices? Yeah, I won't be able to cruise on that for like another 8 years if I want to get it at a good value. Whew. All right, moving on. Let's talk about reservations. The bane of my existence here on Royal Caribbean. They got to figure it out. Like, seriously, both cruises. I get it. Book early, but like, how early do you need me to book something like a show or a dinner? So yeah, this one pissed me off quite a bit. It's up here on the list as far as like frustration level because this one like messed with my good time, my vacation, my cruise. And it happened both cruises. Even after being upset after the first cruise and being prepared for the second one, I still missed quite a bit. Now, I get it. If you're coming and watching this video because you haven't been on a Royal Caribbean cruise yet, or you've got one booked and this video caught your attention, let me explain to you something. Royal does everything by reservations. When I say everything, I mean get in that app, book that restaurant, book that show, book that excursion. You see these 3 fingers? Book all of them as early as you can because you won't get it. You won't get it. You'll be shit out of luck for your reservation for an excursion, for a show. You'll have to wait on a reserve line to see if they still have seating. You won't get a seat on their Coco Cay Great Day. Like, it's nonsense. It really is. Getting a reservation for a show or a nice dinner or even an excursion could feel like winning the lottery, honestly. I mean, when I go on a cruise, yeah, I like to book certain things out, but I like also being spontaneous. I like improvising a little bit, like depending on the vibe. Am I going to go to the club at night? Okay, so maybe I should catch a show earlier. It's a bit of a frustrating meta, and I don't know what they could do to help that because it's limited seating. Pretty much that's the problem. It's limited seating everywhere, but I'm not sure. So when you get on to the cruise, there's a booth and they are trying to fill up the shows. So a funny story is while I was on the Wonder of the Seas, I got on, everything was, reserved in the app already, sold out, I guess you could say. And I got on, I went to the booth and I said, what's left? Because the app is showing everything. So I went down the list. I was like, can I watch the superhero show? You can watch it on the last day. And I was like, okay, I'll wait on that. Can I watch the water aqua show? Oh no, that's all completely booked. And can I watch? So I'll leave you kind of with this. You can see the shows if you're willing to wait on like a secondary reserved line, which means everyone else filled in and has their seats. If there's any left, then you can go in and see the show, which is really crappy, and I had to do it a couple times. So that's how this found its way on my list. Let's talk about our next problem, the pools. So I'm a water person. I love a good swim like the next person. But it's strange. It's almost like every time I want to have a good swim, everyone else has the same idea and also wants to have a good swim. But that's really not the case. It's just the pools are crowded. They're very crowded. Along with the pools being crowded, I would say I'm an adult. Let me go to the adult section where kids can't be, and I'll get in a pool over there because every cruise line has something for adults, right? Good. And Royal does, but for some reason, when I was on the Royal Wonder of the Seas, they didn't have like a pool that you can get into like waist high in the adult area. They had a very, very tiny one, and everything else was like a splash pool where you're supposed to sit in a chair sitting in a pool. And it confused me a little bit. The jacuzzis, there was like two, and also on top of all of that, this might be a preference for me, and I kind of know why they do it because older people cruise. But the dome that's supposedly air conditioned, like I want to go enjoy myself in the adult area with the sun hitting me. That's why I'm on a cruise. If I needed air conditioning, I'd go to my stateroom. But so yeah, so the adult area is covered. It's in air conditioned, so you're not really tanning. So I don't know. There's a couple things that I didn't like about the pools in the adult area. So this next one I'll make pretty quick. The muster station drills. Like, I don't know if it was fixed or not, but both cruises I went on, they were different. The second one I went on in October had the e-muster on the Wonder, and that was a little bit easier, but it was still confusing. Like, I had to ask, do I still have to go here? So you have to watch the video, and then you still have to go and check in, and they might be doing a live session. So I've seen a lot of people call it a muster cluster, so they kind of are still figuring that out. And I know not a lot of other cruise lines are going back to the old muster drill, but I feel like an easy fix for the muster station problems, because people just don't go, they don't do it on the app. Just have their card inactive. They can't have drinks, they can't get into their stateroom, and when they open the app, it should say, hey, or screw it, let them go to guest service and be like, I can't get in, and be like, well, I see here you never went to your muster station, and we've been announcing it. So yeah, that's my little bit of a rant, but the muster station drills are a little bit confusing. The muster cluster. Let's get to the next one. Last but not least, the dress code drama. I know, a little bit of a surprise, but here we are. All right, so I'll cut right to the chase. So Royal Caribbean has a dress code for the main dining room. We eat out, we eat elegant night, we look nice, right? So it's more of a suggestion than an actual rule. And listen, we've been on Carnival cruises, right? We got a guy with shorts and we got a guy in a clown costume, right? You expect more from Royal. You expect them to enforce stuff like this because you're on a more premium, more elegant cruise. So, and trust me, I get it. Not everybody wants to wear a suit. I stopped bringing suits to cruises a long time, but is a polo, some pants, some slacks too much to ask? Why? So what are your thoughts? Am I overreacting? Have you seen this before? Does this bother you on Royal specifically? Or maybe it bothers you on all cruise lines, but I want to know what you think. The bottom line is the lack of enforcement makes, your dinner or your occasion, say it's a birthday or an anniversary, less special. And it becomes even crazier when there's other options, there's other places to eat. So if you want to wear your shorts, you want to wear your clown suit, just go to the buffet. Or Royal enforce it. So there you have it. There is the video. There's the 5 things I dislike about cruising with Royal. I'll still go on a Royal cruise. They have magnificent ships, food, they're great. But I really hope this video helped you out. It stressed me out. I got a vein right there. I'm stressed. It stressed me out to make this video, right? Because it was bringing back all those bad memories. But yeah, that's the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you have anything to say to me at all in the comments, good or bad, drop them. I answer every comment. I've never missed a comment in my life. I swear on it. And subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.